You boosting your shifted Bastion.
I'm
Absolutely.
in the middle of a game, buddy. You'd have to wait till I'm done.
This is not. This is, yes, you're here to listen to it, but I'm also giving advice. Like, this is not. This I'm hoping to edit together and potentially send to the person that you want to have reviewed, so that because they're not here, it will be useful to record it and send the info as I'm directly reacting to what they're doing and explaining what they did wrong, what they did right, etc.
Yeah.
So even if you're not wholly here, when you are here later, at least you can add your own feedback. Already, by the way, great skin. This is like the best skin ever. I can't. Yeah. Anyways, looking at a spawn, you have a Bastion, you have a soldier, you have a Roadhog. Roadhog is not going to be your optimal pick because Hog obviously has almost no synergy with Mercy other than ultimate, and even then, well, arguably, if you play Mercy, you understand where I'm going with this. Hook someone, boost their shot, almost one tap.
Good.
Works almost every time. But it's the thing you can go for if you see the hook. If you see the hook, boost it. But other than that, there's not really much of a synergy going on here. You're playing attack, so these guys, they're all playing what you would call a frontline DPS, meaning that they're all going to be sitting on main, or they're going to be sitting on off angle trying to get kills. You don't have a flanker, you don't have anybody who's going to be playing top right, you're not going to have anybody, there's nobody going to be sitting up here anytime soon. There's people going to be playing this corner, people playing behind the bus, there are people playing on this sharp corner inside here, which is what your Bastion does later on. So for you, it would be better to also be boosting this off angle. Your Ana sitting in the back line, pay attention to her because at all times she's going to be your number one priority to help save, because especially if they have a dive unit, check for the dive. If they have dive units, if they don't have dive units, you should be safe. So for boosting the Bastion shift is fine, that makes complete sense. As soon as the shift ends, swap over to your soldier. Yeah, there we go. He's aware. Using your right click, boost that right click. He's going to use his right click now. Did he use it? Yes, he did. Okay. Now he's gonna go over to the top right. He's going on this corner here. The moment you see him do that, you go over here. Now, I mentioned it earlier, I'm gonna say it again. Try and use your Mercy life. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I saw you were sitting here with your Bastion. Literally just sitting here with your Bastion and having him boosted, right? Which is not bad. It's safe. It's a safe play. Overall, you're doing 1.3 times more damage with your Bastion. Your Bastion is gonna get ultimate sooner at a 1.3 times rate. That is good, but it's not the best, because would you rather have 1.3 times more damage or have 2 times more damage? Because the 2 times more damage would be technically pulling out your Glock and shooting yourself, shooting with your Bastion. Then it's 2 times the damage versus 1.3 times. So why would you not pull out your Glock in a situation where you feel like you can, let's say, dominate the other team? Because you have the confidence that you can do 2.2 times more damage. But I can see you don't have that type of confidence yet, you're sitting in the back. And in that case, play your life. Rather play your life. In other words, swing right around here, help your soldier out, peek out a little bit, let him do his damage. If you're standing here, standing, he's about to die, you're about to die, you're sitting on this outback, they're gonna chase you, they're gonna come into this room to try and chase you, fly out and fling over. That is called playing your Mercy life, because by doing that, you're sacrificing yourself a little bit, yes, you could potentially risk dying, yes, but by doing so, you're allowing your soldier to get peak value, you're allowing him to do way more damage than he would, because he's doing 1.3 times. People are now targeting you versus targeting him. He's able to get free all charge from doing it, he's able to get free healing because of his heal pack, he's able to run away freely because he has a Mercy pocketing him, etc. There's a lot more value you're getting versus sitting here in the back line and only giving 1.3 times more damage. Okay, so your Hog very clearly wants to push him, right? Your Ana's kinda sorta helping him, but he's kinda out of line of sight, so there's not really a lot going on here. While that's happening, I would... Yeah, okay! Okay, that's way better than what I was expecting. Okay, nading early. Okay, the early nano. I have things to say about the early nano, but it's fine. You're boosting him. One thing I should mention is that Mercy and Ana's boosts do not They stack, but there is a cap to it. So it's kind of like Lucio and Juno. They both have Speedos, but there's a cap to it. It doesn't mean that it's a bad idea to double pocket. There is places like this. You see this guy's full HP. Your Hog is full HP. He doesn't have his ult yet. Maybe I wouldn't sit and help him all the time. Instead, I would be looking at my other teammates. But it's not a bad play. I'm more impressed that you pull out your Glock yourself and made your own choice to go and get a kill. That is way more impressive and way more impactful than you think it is. Don't be unconfident and make sure you go for that Glock kills. Whenever you see it, you see this Bastion right here? If you saw him, if you weren't paying attention to him, I would have Glocked him instantly. That is just how you would play Mercy in this case. How do you fly out of this? Okay, good job. I was very nervous for a second. Bastion low. Bastion boost. Yes. Okay. Okay. You know what? You thought about it. I'm glad you thought about it. Hog probably has ult by now. He does not have ult, surprisingly. Okay. Go off. Good job. Actually, good job. Okay, I'm glad. This right here, I want to let you know. This is how I know it's a good Mercy player, because a lot of people think, oh, Mercy can't really aim. Mercy's not really can't do that. I mean, she's not that good, right? Surely it's not that good. Watch this. There's a Hog going right in front of the soldier. She wants to pocket the soldier. How does she do that? She doesn't look at the she doesn't look at the Hog. She looks over the Hog and slightly to the right to adjust to where soldier is and tries to pick him over the Hog. Because the way the aimer works, how do I show this? Okay, here. See here, here's the Hog. If you're moving your mouse towards the Hog, you're gonna boost the Hog. If you move slightly to the right and up, or overshoot it, the aimer is going to correct towards the soldier. So by you over-flicking and connecting here, you're technically guaranteed to heal, to pocket your soldier instead. So he goes down, you slow down, you overshoot, immediately connect, and now you're connected to the soldier. That is called overshooting, and that is how you will correct on... That's how you get really accurate Mercy pockets. And this is very impressive that you figured out very early on in the game. Good job. There's not a lot of Mercy players that know how to do that. Okay, soldier almost has a visor. Yes, he has visor. Okay! Okay, that was good. That was a good one. Footsteps. Yeah. I'll start being scared now. I'll start going back now. They have ults. It's a very scary place. Yeah, nice throw. He wants to definitely visor. He's gonna probably drop down. Or not use the high ground. Alright. Get your Valk ready, just in case. Because he's definitely going to die here. Yeah. Don't boost your Hog anymore. It's not gonna help you. I would not res this. Yeah. Okay, good choice. Good boost. Sit on the high ground a little bit. Maybe you can challenge him. Your Ana could definitely challenge him. Why are you sitting in this corner? This is kind of a bad spot, not gonna lie. This is a little bad. Thank goodness someone got him killed. Because if you just peeked over a little bit and tried to fly over, you would have just been one tap. But yeah. Hey. Not bad. Not bad at all. Why Valk here? Okay, wait, okay, I know you're very competent at this point, right? I don't need to say anything about certain mistakes. It's fine, there's mistakes here and there. Some mistakes here and there. But, I can see you understand what you're doing, right? Why Valk here? Like, reasonably speaking, why Valk here? I'm playing Mercy, which means I'm going to boost my whole team so that they can make this big push and hopefully win the fight. I mean, okay, yes and no. Right? First and foremost, this means that the whole team is going to have to push up and damage boost on this corner, right? They're going to have to go and get value. They're going to have to go look for value. They're not going to do that. Let's be honest, they're not going to do it. And I'm going to go and show you now exactly what I mean. I know you like the tick 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 sound, but who died in this fight? You have 3 seconds left on this Valk. In fact, someone died while you damage boosted them. If you thought your ult was going to be as valuable as it was, there should have been a huge wake-up call on that matter. Good job on surviving the dragon. I think your Ana also helped you out a little bit there. Okay, this is gone. Don't go to your Ana, just leave it. Yeah. Okay, so long story short, what have we learned from this? Do not Valk to boost someone on an engage, because to engage with a boost is not going to help you. 1.3 times, even if it's pocketing everybody on the team, it doesn't matter because they're not going to get value out of it. It's more valuable to play your life. In that same situation...
Almost 10k healing sun. Oh,
on the engage, if you were playing on the corner, right, and you had your Valk available, I would start playing your life. You could pull out your Glock. Yes, I know it sounds stupid to pull your Glock out, but trust me, you can feel it in a lot of moments where it's like, I could really use this now. And that's the moment where you pull it out, because you could get something. And yes, you might die, but you're playing quick play. Okay, so whatever. The point is, have a bit more confidence in your blocking ability. Yes, you may make a mistake. This is quick play. Just chill. Have fun. Learn the character, because you're gonna learn your limitations once you start doing it. Once you start glocking, you will learn your limitations and know when and where to stop. Use it to try and accomplish something, whether it's to push back or to force out some kind of CC or to bait something, bait out an ultimate. All of that happens from you trying to make an initiative. You didn't really try that here. Regardless, I would have just not used Valk. Valk is more of a reactionary ultimate in the first place. You can't use it preemptively. Or you can use it preemptively to react to something. So, in other words, Junkrat's about to ult. What do? Do you want a Valk? Okay, so if you want a Valk, how close by is the Junkrat? How do we know that? We listen for him. If you hear the tire, it's like really, really faint in the background, it means that he is not even close. And you can Valk safely. But would you Valk if the tire's that far away? Well, Junkrat players tend to look for Mercy. They tend to look for characters that can't really out-mobility their tire. Regardless, Valkyne would have been the safer option there. At least you're using it preemptively to get value. And in those cases, using Valk just to stay alive is more than enough of a proof that you're using your Valk effectively. Just using it to stay alive is more than enough. Use it for that. Don't use it to try and boost. Use it to save yourself. Use it to make an initiative. Use it to Glock. Use it to fight Widowmakers. Use it to fight a Lucio. Maybe even use it on a 1 HP Rein with his shield up, just so that you can punch him so that he can't be saved by his other support. Those are the small things that a Mercy may make a decision about that only a Mercy player can do. Unfortunate. I'm glad you didn't go into the spawn room because you could have gotten speared into that. Good choice. Yeah, good job. I'm kind of surprised you didn't go for more damage boosting here. Yeah. Because this is kind of a lost cause, just the two of them. There's not nearly enough amount of firepower needed for this. What were you reacting to? Didn't get anything out of that, unfortunately. You really shouldn't. So there's one other thing I did notice about the way you use your pocket. I'm just gonna leave the game for a few seconds. You don't have to aim, is what I'm saying. Remember, people meme about Mercy doesn't have to aim. Means she's a bad character, right? She's a really bad character. So why not use it? Why not bother about it? Because you don't have to aim, you have so much more freedom with how you move, how you look. You don't even have to pocket people like that anymore. Once I have him, I grab him. I have him by a leash. This guy cannot go anywhere. This is the power of Mercy. Because you don't have to aim, you can go anywhere you want. You can look anywhere you want. The only limitation is that you're going to technically fly back to this guy if there's nobody else to fly back to. Just another general note. Go to your options, controls, go to your Mercy specifically, pick her out. Hero HUD. There it is, okay. So, first and foremost, prefer facing target. Do not prefer being target. And this, okay, it depends on the Mercy, right? But for me, I prefer facing target because I may be pocketing someone, but that doesn't necessarily mean I want to fly to the target I want to at all times. But you see, because I'm pocketing him, because I have that option, I don't have to fly towards him anymore. I can pocket this guy and go towards this guy instead. Makes it so much easier to know who I'm flying to at all times. See, I'm still pocketing, but I use my Valk to try and move over to him instead. Anyways, just wanted to express how she kind of works. You don't have to look at the character you want to pocket at all times. You can look anywhere you want, and if you pick someone out, just generally look at them, just slide your camera over to them and then left click or right click and you got him by the leash. You know? I haven't really seen many mistakes. I've seen some odd moments here and there, but you haven't really died, per se. You haven't made any bad mistakes exactly. The only one that I can really hold you account for is the Valk near the end. It was a bit negligible, but even then, I can see the reasoning behind it. It's not like it was a dumb idea, per se. You actually had something in mind there. Dragon is probably, yeah. I don't know what that dragon was. I honestly was expecting it to go into the building, but okay. It happens. Don't look at you. Yeah, don't bother with him. If you can't see him, it's not your problem. Good boost. This might actually win this. This Valk might have won the fight, technically. That Illari, yeah. Thank you! I'm so glad that there's someone that understands that. If your DPS can't kill the pylon, you do it yourself. Because if you're doing it, they're... Unfortunate, lucky headshot. Although technically you were not playing it, there's moments where you were like, I gotta play really safely and avoid taking as much damage as possible, and then there's other moments where you're just like, I exist here now. I just live here in the middle of the team. That's all. No one's gonna shoot me, right? And then there's other moments where you're up in the air and you're like, I'm in Valk mode. No one can kill me now. It's like you're not. This is the same thing I tell Alpha all the time. You're not Superman. You can't just do the impossible and not expect to go unpunished. It's going to happen. It may not happen now, but it doesn't mean it's going to not happen. Because in higher level play, you're going to get punished and you're going to say, wow, that guy's really good. He's such a smurf. But then you realize it's those guys that learn to not be Superman. They just understand and punish people that think they're Superman. In other words, it's a reality call when you're going to higher ranks. That is just how it's going to happen. You gotta learn to not be Superman. You're anybody but that. You just gotta be a regular Joe Schmo that understands that something's gonna happen and that you should react accordingly. Don't mind me, by the way. I'm trying to line up these chains. Satisfying. Anyway, let's see what Anna's doing in the meantime until you come back. Ina has to pocket both people at the same time because you're dead, so he can't. He's boosting Soldier, okay, even though there's no tank. He wants to really win this fight. Now it's going to be up to you to basically help him out. Yeah. Good job. 3 DPS and a tank. This might be winnable. Yes, let's go. Hey, good job. Anyways, back to Mercy. What? Wait, what were you doing? Did you just lose connection? Did you AFK? Did you get bored? What happened here? I know I said you don't have to look at a character to, like... But, like, come on! There's a range where the beam doesn't... Oh, let me show you what I mean. At a certain range, it's gonna just disconnect. You can't just sit here and be lazy, because look what's happening. You're extending the beam. Remember, the beam is a physical object. It's literally an object, right? So it connects you. This is a little bit easier to look at. See how the beam technically extends when you look in a certain direction? So I'm looking here, but now if I look in this direction, it disconnects. It's because you're extending the beam range. So if you're doing this, you're putting the beam under the ground and you're extending the range. It's going to give you those moments where it's like, whoa, I thought I was connected to that guy, and then he dies. And it's like, wow. That's just what happens. You gotta keep your eye you gotta be a little bit more active when it comes to what you're doing with your beam. And it can be beneficial too, in a lot of ways. Like you can use it like this. Why have I been talking so much? I'm losing it here. Alpha, are you still doing alright over there?
Yes, I gotta lose your play.
Do you want to add anything to anything I'm saying here?
Just honestly keep up the war. keep on improving.
You're still kind of playing safe, way too safe a little bit. You should be playing your life a little bit more. This is like the crucial moment where you have to do it. Like, this is the big moment where you actually have to provide value. And that only entails, that requires you to actually be flying around doing your mercy thing. Because if people aren't busy seeing you do your mercy thing, then they're not going to shoot at you. Which is kind of the point. They have to shoot. You kind of want to force them to shoot at you. I know that Hanzo's big scary, but you, like I said, playing your life here is going to be a big difference. Because if they're shooting you, that is really hard to hit, they're going to have a hard time actually shooting someone that's shooting back. So, final notes.
I'll be back as fast as I'm home, famous.
Alright.
Oh.
Final notes. Let's put together some final notes. First and foremost, your train of thought is really good. I like what you're thinking. I like that you're thinking about things at all times. You seem to have a very good understanding of mercy, especially because you don't have any troubles with some of the movement. There's some movement issues I've seen here and there, but that will just come with experience. I'm not bothered about that. You know when to disengage, you know when to engage. You know it, but that doesn't exactly mean you implement it a lot of the time, so you don't take. Like, for example, first point, with the time with the soldier, that could have been a huge moment where you could have won the fight early. Then this match would have ended in 5 minutes instead of 7 minutes. But that also heavily depended on whether the soldier actually understood and made it work. But that is technically way easier for a soldier to understand that is in your rank versus what would have been the other strat, which is just to sit behind the wall and let your bastion get boosted. Yes, it would have worked either way. But the Bastion would have had a little bit of a harder time understanding what to do with that versus the soldier that is seeing you being played. Okay, what am I trying to say? You're getting more value on trading your life on mercy in the earlier ranks versus later on. And early on, learning to use your Glock is going to be extremely useful because there's going to be moments where you're going to have to frag on her, and learning to frag with her is super important, especially like when you were fighting early on. You did a really good job using your Glock to get value, which was honestly a good job. Like I said, you pulling out your Glock is basically 2 times damage boost. Straight up 2 times damage boost. It's just in the form of you having to actually aim to get it. I don't know if that makes any sense. If it makes it easier for you to understand it that way, then that makes it easier. That's how I think about it. I think about it as 2 times damage boost, and it makes it so much easier. And you can redirect where the damage boost goes. So it's like, I want the damage that way, then you shoot that way. Anyways, Mercy heals is good. I know that you understood not to heal the tank, rather heal DPS. There were moments where you automatically just went to the tank, but you heal botted more than boosted on Hog, to be honest with you, which was not great, because if he goes for hooks, you want to boost those. I understand that it wasn't Orisa, I understood that Orisa can punish him, but still, if he did get that little boost, you could help him a little bit. It's fine. I don't really want you to be boosting Hog in the first place, but if you do see those moments, boost it. I would rather see that and let your Ana panic. Let her absolutely panic. You're kind of training your own Ana to do the right job. That's kind of how that would operate. Anyways, I think I'm done here. I think I'm done explaining everything because this video is going longer than it should. Yeah, that's it. Alright. I'm gonna end this now. How do I do that? I press this.